All right, we're going to get started here with the tutorial for the document organizer for the Scriptor Acrobat Pro plugin. I'm in Adobe Acrobat Pro. I have the Scriptor plugin installed with my menu. I'm logged in under my account, and I have the various tools which you can find here in the menu. I've went ahead and added them to my quick tools bar for easy access. The one we're going to look at right now is the document organizer. That's this icon here. Now I'm in a PDF file that's empty. There's no bookmarks, just a one-page empty file that I'm going to use as a workpaper preparation file for a client's 1040. And so I'm going to import different PDFs and bookmark trees into this file. And I'm going to show you how the document organizer is going to help with doing that. So I'm going to click on the icon here, pull up my dialog box, and we have two main sections here that we're going to be working in. Just giving you a quick overview. The first section here is the bookmark, the large sections. This is a bookmark tree section. This is where the various bookmarks and nested bookmarks are going to show that you are eventually going to import into this file. Again, only starting out is going to be the tree itself. Then you'll have to actually add PDF files to that tree to get those PDFs imported into this file. And we're going to do that second part in this section. This is where the PDF files will go that will drag and drop into our tree as we need to. So to start out with creating the tree, you have two main options. The first is you can import a template, which is going to be this top section up here. I have two templates set up. I have one for an individual tax return and one for an entity tax return. You can change this here with this ellipsis button, and you can see here where I have these assigned. I can change the labels here for the buttons, and here's where the folder is that I'm saved down these templates. You can put these anywhere you want that's accessible. It could be a network drive that multiple users or staff share, so it's all centrally located and updated in one place, a template that you're using across your firm, your company. You can add up to 5 different templates in this section here. I'm not going to make any changes because I have these assigned as I want, so I'm just going to hit OK. And if I want to import, I can do that. Just as an example here, if I hit individual, there it's imported from the individual file. The template itself, again, these are just the bookmarks, not files, not pages, anything else, just the bookmark tree from that template file that I have assigned. It's a PDF formatted file. So just another PDF that has bookmarks in it. The document organizer went and grabbed those bookmarks and has now populated this tree, which I'm going to import into my file. Now, I don't want to do that, but I just want to show you if I did want to import these, I would just hit OK, and it would come in here and import. So let me hit cancel here. I'm going to come back and open back up because I want to show you actually how I'm going to use the custom PDF, meaning this is a PDF that is not a template, and I'm actually going to use the prior year PDF file for this client. And that's going to actually help save some time because the bookmarks are going to be specific to this client. So it's kind of like rolling over a prior year file into the current year that we're going to then use to populate with current year information, current year work papers. So this currently has that selected. I'm going to just show you if I hit custom here. You can see I'm in my folder where the current file is the 2025. I don't want 25, I actually want 2024. So I'm going to go up one folder. There's my 2024 year. I'm going to select 2024 and I'm going to hit open. And there all those bookmarks have now populated based on the prior year information. We can see I have some administrative documents that we used last year. He had a W-2 came in, a 1099, retirement distribution, a K-1, and we had some taxes that were deducted on Schedule A. So that's going to help me know what am I looking for this year based on the current year work papers and documents that this client has provided. What might be missing, what might be different this year. Before I get into importing those files, I just want to show you how you can actually manipulate, change this structure here with some very basic interaction. You can actually drag and drop different bookmarks to different sections. If I want to move this up here, now it's down here. If I want to move it down here, now it's here. So that's one way you can do this. Another way, you can use the keyboard as well, holding shift down to just move different bookmarks up and down, or left and right nesting versus unnesting, up, down. You can do that. It's keyboard friendly. You can also double click into it if you want to change the name to something different that you want to use. So that's some of the basic editing. You can insert as well bookmarks above, below, if you want to add new bookmarks for this particular client in this section. And that's, for the most part, how you're going to interact with this. Now, before I move here, I want to explain one thing real quick. If you have your security preferences here in enable protected mode at startup, then, which most people do, and that's a decision you have to make with your IT department. But if you do, then when you come to document properties, then the only way to import actual, let me import my bookmark tree again. The only way to, oops, 2025, let's go back to 24. The only way to import actual pages is going to be to use this section. If you had that box unchecked, you actually don't need this section if you don't want to, and you can hide it, and you can just drag and drop PDFs into your bookmark tree here. But for those of you who do like that added security protection, then you're going to want to have to use this section here, which is sort of a staging area for the PDFs that you're going to import into your tree here on the right. Now, there's two ways to do it. You can drag and drop PDFs here, actual PDF files, not folders, but files here. And I'll just kind of show you. I've got my Explorer open here on a different screen. So if I open up 25 and I'm going into my support, and I'm going to drag and drop this K1. I drag and drop here, and then boom, it's populated up here. Now note, it's populated here, but not here yet. This is the staging area. So I just want to see it come on here. So now I can drag and drop this K1 into my K1 bookmark. I drag and drop it, and I have an option here. Do I want to nest this file under the bookmark I just dragged it to, or do I actually want to fill this bookmark so that this bookmark now represents this file? I want to fill it because I've labeled this Northbridge K1. I don't want this file nested under as a next tier down. I want to actually fill this label here. So I'm going to say fill, and you can see now I have the K1 in this section, and it's bolded in blue to indicate there is now a file associated with this bookmark. Now, just so you can see the difference of that nesting option that I showed you, I have the same file here. Let's say instead I come here, I'm doing the same action I did before, drag and drop. Actually, let me come back, because now that I have a document in there, it's going to change my menu selection. Let's say I'm putting it here. And again, I'm faced with this option, fill it or nest it. Previously, I did fill, and that's what gave me this here. Now, if I do nest, I actually have to give this bookmark a label, because it's going to actually create a new bookmark. And I'm just going to call it new bookmark for Northbridge. And an option here is to actually use the name of the bookmark pages from the file itself. I'm just going to assume, oh, there's probably no bookmarks in that file. I don't want to mess around with that. If you do know that the bookmarks in that file are the actual labels that you want to use in your current file, you can select this, and it will actually just use those, and you won't fill out a custom bookmark. But if you don't, you can create it here. You do that. Now you can see it's created a nested bookmark under this bookmark, and it's went ahead and populated it with the PDF file itself that I did have in the staging area. Once it's been once that staging area has been dragged and moved over, it will disappear here. So you'd have to add it again if you wanted, for some reason, add it to a different section, have it in multiple sections. I don't want this necessarily, so I'm actually just delete that because I made a mistake. Let's say I don't want that in there. I changed my mind. Now, another option, in addition to the drag and drop, actually before I get to the drag and drop, let me show you real quick. Let's say, like in this section, I have, I'm going to bring my Northbridge K1 back over here, just like I did, and kind of what I showed you before. If I drag and drop it into a section that already has a PDF, again, this is bold and blue, so we know that there's PDF pages under this bookmark. If I drag and drop it into that, now what Document Organizer is going to say is, oh, okay, I already got a PDF in there. Do you want to replace that PDF or do you want to add it to the end of the existing PDF? So I want to add it to the end. Let's say this is page 2 of the K1. It was just in a separate file, and some reason it was two separate files. This is page 2. Page 1's already in here. I'm going to add it to the end. Well, what do you want to call this? Well, this is actually still Northbridge K1, so I'm going to continue with that nomenclature. You can call it page 2 if you want, or just leave it. It's whatever your styling is with your files and how you're doing things. So if I hit OK, it's nesting it under there. If I want to bring it back up so that it's part of this, it's not a separate nesting, I can just move it over. Or if it is nested, you make that decision. So now I've got my K1s in there. I don't need to add any more. Here's page 1, here's page 2. Now, that's how you can import. Another option for importing is to actually use your buttons down here to add folders or PDFs. Adding PDFs is the same as just the drag and dropping we did. It's just that it actually opens up a folder for you to actually pick and select those PDF files that you want to add. You can add multiple PDFs if you've got a bunch that are listed. You can have multiple at one time, and it will populate here. Let's say I've got a folder and it's got all the PDFs I want in one place, and I don't want to sit there and have to select a bunch of PDFs at one time. So I just add my folder, and here I have my support where all those PDFs are. I don't want to drill down because I actually want this folder. I don't want to drill down into the folder itself. I want the folder. So I select the folder. Whoops, that was for 2024. We archived those. So let me go back to 2025 because I'm in the new year. And I'm going to select support. And there we go. Now I've got all my support documents the clients provided us. Similar situation with just simple dragging and dropping. Each one of these is a separate PDF. Some of them one page, some of them multiple pages. And you're just going to drag and drop just like you did and like I demonstrated with the previous Northbridge K1. So those are your options as far as the importing. And then once you're all done, you can hit OK. You can see here everything's populated for the K1. You can see my pages that I imported for the K1, which these were just dummy files. They're blank. I didn't have anything in them, but they're there nonetheless, just to show that they did import. There's no information on them, but that is the bulk of what you're going to be doing as you're working with the document organizer for Scriptor. I will just note that there's two different options here you're going to want to keep in mind. Number one is to remove duplicates on import. You may be the kind of firm that you have a document and it's all given the same name. It's just multiple pages of the same document. So when you pull in prior year, you don't want all of those bookmarks for the one document. And that's what this option is for. So it'll only pull in one page instead of multiples of the same bookmark name. Now, separate from that is the ignore duplicates option here. This is after you've already imported the tree. You can select ignore duplicates. Now, I don't have any duplicates, but let's say I'm going to just insert, I'm going to demonstrate this here. Let's say I have two bookmarks with the same name here. If I hit ignore duplicates, it's going to hide one of them. It doesn't delete it. It's just hiding it. It's still going to import. To actually delete it, you have to unselect it, and now it's deleted. And then you can, ignore again, and it'll get ignored. But you need to make sure that it's unselected, unchecked for it to actually get deleted before you import. Otherwise, it will get imported if you don't. So those are two options. The one other thing I was going to mention is that let's say you do import. As you see, we have existing bookmarks in here. And let's say I want to, I don't know, start all over again with this file. I don't like what I did here. It's all messed up. I'm going to actually use a template instead. Well, once you select that, now as you can see here, now you have a new option. It wasn't there before, which is to replace the current tree. If you check this box, it will take this tree and it will entirely replace the existing bookmark tree that's here. If you don't check this box, it's going to take this bookmark tree and add it to the very end of your existing bookmark tree. So depending on how you're importing, you may be importing one section of bookmark labels at a time. It just depends on how your flow of work papers go, but this at least gives you the freedom and flexibility to do things the way that works with your system, whether you want to add pieces at a time or whether you're in a situation where you don't want to get rid of all the pages, you just want to be able to replace all of the bookmark labels in the existing document, then you can do that as well. So that's our document organizer. And as you are playing around, if you have questions, PDFPlugins.com, you'll find perhaps more information there. You can also email us at support@PDFPlugins.com, and we're happy to answer questions that will help guide you through using this tool as effectively as you can. All right, thank you very much.